Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Celtic Cave. All right? Or as my colleagues would like to call it, Celtic Cave. All right? Our students, our grade 9 students, have been working since the beginning of the school year extremely hard in all of their core subjects and then some to bring you some new or reinvigorated prototypes that could be used as alternative energy sources. All right, but before we get to that, I would like to introduce our panel at the front. All right, from left to right, my left to your right, my right, we have George Honholter. Mr. Honholter graduated from high school and went straight to the work world. He worked his way up in a grocery store company, which led him to owning 15 stores across Alberta. He was always highly involved in the community, coaching and umping baseball in a variety of sports. After working for 30 years in the grocery business, he was able to retire and move to Kelowna at the age of 50. He loves to invest in property and other great local business opportunities, and he has a keen interest in supporting small, local businesses. Please, a hand for George. In the middle, Mrs. Jessie Shirley. Mrs. Shirley has been a teacher of both junior and senior high. She has extensive coaching experience in both high school and the community. She has been an administrator and is currently an assistant superintendent. Mrs. Shirley believes that one must be engaged, inspired, in solving an authentic problem for learning to occur. She is an avid recycler, spends many hours sorting her recycling into bins, and always does what is best for the environment. A round of applause for Mrs. Shirley. And finally, last but most likely not least, we have Mr. James Palmer. James has a varied and extensive background in education. He is a teacher of elementary, junior high, and high school, a longtime coach, and an administrator. He is a highly intelligent individual who has led a variety of high school redesign projects and believes in developing strong teacher-student relationships. Mr. Palmer enjoys a good laugh and loves having long naps with his cat named Kitty. He is a card-carrying member of the Redneck Party of Alberta and laughs outrageously when someone burps or the subject of bodily functions come up in conversation. All right? Mr. Palmer is currently the district principal for Grand Prairie Catholic School District. I am Mr. Lau. This is Mrs. Tom Hewitt. This is Miss Watsa. Miss McLean. And last but not least, Miss Corcoran at the back. All right, without further ado, let's get this party started. I'd like to call up our first group. Could we please have Brant, Riley, and Keelan to the front.
Alright, I'm Keelan. I'm Riley. I'm Brent. This is our advertisement, I guess. Pitch.
Okay, so are you tired of breathing in crappy air?
Yes.
Me too. So we have a product for you. Buy our new smoke filter. It works on anything that blows smoke. Chimneys, cancer sticks, tubes to your factory, and even motorized vehicles. And guess what? It's only $500. But if you call now, you'll get the second one for $400.
Doesn't that sound like a great deal?
Yeah, the deal I got was fabulous, and mine works awesome. I use it for all purposes.
So call now. 780-111. Breathe clean.
Alright. And if you're one of those rich people who own a big factory with smokestacks, you should buy your Smoke Cleaner 3000. You can buy it to make clean, efficient energy, not only create energy, or not only clean the air, but create it. Oh my god. Clean the air that comes out of it. Just think with this product, the air will be as clean as a baby's bottle.
And with this product, it will clean 95% of the smoke that comes out of the object it's on. Okay. Sorry. Give me this. Okay. It will, okay. And it will also decrease your power bill by 50%. It will make your hybrid car more fuel efficient.
Okay, that's it.
How does it work?
Alright, well, there's a turbine inside of the tubes here, and when the stuff goes through it, it spins it to create it, and then there's a filter to clean the smoke. So,
Take the bad stuff.
yeah,
And then the good stuff out. This is it.
got a little
Got a little fan.
anything else?
I have a question. So you referred to both factories and cigarettes
And houses.
and houses. So as a consumer, I want to know, this product, is it overkill for one person in your house that's smoking? Or does it not work if you have a big factory? It just seems like one product with a really big range of pollution. Like, am I going to buy the same product if my son smokes in my home as I do if I'm a factory owner and I have billows of smoke coming out of a big block-long building? So you have varieties?
We have actually a variety of prices we have for different ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
What material are you planning to use to filter with, or have you gotten that far yet?
Not that far yet.
Is that it?
Second, let's give these guys a round of applause. Well, what suitable solutions for alternative energy? All right, in between presentations, we're going to have a bit of like a 1 or 2 minute intermission, all right, while the next group gets set up. Right now, I would ask the next group to come on up, prepare and get ready while I change the screen for you, is okay? I'll introduce you when we get started. Welcome our next group, all right, with solar freaking phones. Please welcome Kevin, Kate, and Gage.
We are obviously Devin,
Kate and Dave.
we want $250,000 for 30% of our company. Don't you hate it when you walk all the way upstairs and then forget you left your one and only charger downstairs? Well, the solar iPhone can fix that.
Or are you guys tired of losing your iPhone chargers or having to buy them? Well, we have a solution.
This is our product.
What can it do?
The benefits are,
You can charge it in the sun and it can save you money.
It can also charge at any time when it's not in the sun with a regular charger.
it can also save electricity. Studies show that people spend almost just as much money on chargers as they do with phones.
We believe that you should invest in our product.
Because we think we can save the environment one step at a time. That's it.
So if it's charged by solar power. What if in northern Alberta and northern Canada, where your days are really dark all the time, will a regular light charge the phone as well?
We made it so that you can actually use the original charger, just just in case for scenarios like that.
Thank you.
First of all, I love this idea. I think it's fantastic. I think that you're probably marketing to people of your age, but don't forget people of my age who have 3 young adults in their house. I'm buying chargers for 4 people. Because when they can't find their charger, they just grab mine, and then it gets lost too. So I think it's a fantastic idea, good work. My question is, it says studies show people spend more money on chargers than they do on phones. Can you tell me the source of those studies? Where do you find that out at?
We found, it's supposed to say as much, it's supposed to be somewhere around there.
Okay.
We found our sources through, I guess, through some websites. I can't name them though. We don't have it written down, sorry for that.
Okay, but you found it on the internet?
Yes, we found
Did you
it.
think it was a reliable site that you were on reading that
Yeah,
stuff?
we went through a couple, and it's shown that people have spent quite a bit of money on chargers, having to spend money on them over and over again to break.
Thank you very much.
I think you've got a really interesting product. My only thoughts are it's such a great idea. It's not out there anywhere right now already.
We've also looked at that. We haven't seen anybody with solar iPhones invented yet. So we think it's not yet to be made.
Awesome. That's a round of applause. Great job. Hopefully the sun shines forever for you guys, right? Some chicken feather powered vehicles. All right, now, without any further ado, Janelle and Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee. And I'm Janelle. And our product is chicken feather powered cars. And how it works is you get feathers, blood, and innards of a chicken, and then you put it in a furnace to heat them, and it creates steam. The steam is the energy. When factories put the chicken feather meal in the gas pumps, there's a heater in the pumps to keep the steam warm and working. The steam will be transferred
I'm sorry.
to your cars.
Could you just speak up a little bit? I'm having trouble hearing.
The steam will be transferred to your car's tank through the hose and nozzle of the pump, which gives your car the power to move.
Buy our chicken feather powered cars because it's good for the environment. Instead of butchers throwing out excess parts of the chicken, we would use it to power cars. Also, instead of using our limited fossil fuels, we are using a natural way to power cars. We would eventually put the chicken feather meal in the gas pump, so any type of car can fuel up with this energy. There would not only be gas and diesel, but also chicken feather meal. Chicken feather meal is also cheaper to fill up your tank. It would only cost 75 cents per liter. We surveyed Mr. Lau's Day 2 Block 3 class, and 21% said it would be efficient.
In conclusion, chicken feather meal is very beneficial for our society. And it's Beyonce approved.
I'll go first. So in your research that you were doing, did you come across any figures about how many tons or kilograms of feathers are wasted per year in the chicken industry that just get thrown away and not stuffed into pillows, so you could kind of have an idea of what you're talking about, the resource that you had, total resources? Did you see that?
We haven't really figured that out yet, but we will figure it out when we get our business.
I didn't hear all of the beginning of the presentation, but are current vehicles convertible or are it just new vehicles with a system put in place?
We would make new vehicles at first, but then we would get the chicken feather meal into gas pumps, and then it could go in any vehicles.
You can go into a regular vehicle.
Yep.
Good presentation. I love ideas that kind of push our thinking. I was just reading in a magazine last week that probably half the grade 9s in this room will have jobs that we've never even heard tell of. So I love the thought that we can power cars with chicken feathers. My question as I'm looking at your ad and looking at Beyonce, good idea, is when, and even to a certain extent now, when electric cars first came out, they weren't as powerful as your gas machine. But I see on your ad you've got the great big SUV. So are you telling me that chicken feathered power cars will have the same amount of power or not?
I think with the amount of steam, it probably depend on how much steam you put in the car to matter how fast the car goes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. To the stage.
Hi, my name is Jordan Brutus. And I'm Emily Taylor. Jordan and I are here to get to invest $350,000 in exchange for 35% of our company. We are asking for this investment to expand our company and build more wind turbines. We will start expanding to different provinces and hopefully make it to the U.S. We understand this invention exists. We are altering it to make it more smaller and more affordable. It's just low. Prototype or windmill. It's not accurate size, but our windmills will be smaller than the ones you see outside now. So, as you said, making them smaller and more affordable. Okay, well, some people ask why are they useful? They are environmentally friendly, it's a renewable resource, it creates less waste, reduces use of fossil fuel. A wind turbine works the opposite of a fan. Instead of using electricity to make wind, like a fan, wind turbines use wind to make electricity. There is no perfect energy source. Each and every one has its own advantages and compromises, but we would like to bring light to the positive effects. Renewables can contribute to 80% of America's energy. It's clean and renewable and relatively cheap. How do they help the environment? No air pollution, no water pollution, and minimum use of land. No reduction of natural resources. Why is a windmill the best alternative energy? It doesn't have any air pollution. Solar installations in the United States exceed 3,100 milliwatts, enough to power more than 630,000 homes. Wind will never run out. It's a renewable resource. It doesn't create any waste. Wind turbine history. Windmills are the best alternative energy and are best for the environment. Our environment will be less polluted and we will be contributing to make the community a better place instead of polluting it. If you invest in this company, you will be helping the environment in several ways. We have been successful in the past, and with your help, we can be successful in the future. Overall, windmills are the best alternative energy and the best for our environment. Our environment will be less polluted and contributing to make it better. Windmills are a great thing for the environment and even better for our health. If you choose to invest in our company, you won't only be helping us, but you'll be helping yourself. And that's
it. Windmills are obviously a thing that's been around for a while, and I think it's a great idea. Is yours different because of the size, and what is the cost of this if I wanted to buy one?
If you wanted to buy one, it would be around $3,000 to $6,000. The size makes the windmill much different than the ones that they have out there now, because the ones out there now have lots of complaints for noise and size for killing animals and stuff. Since it's smaller, the animals won't be landing on it as much.
Won't be
On it, so it won't be killing the animals and birds that are flying past.
Okay. When you're talking it's smaller, is this something I can put in my house, or is it how small or how big is it?
You could put it in your backyard. It should be around the height of your fence or a little bit higher, so that it can still collect the wind.
Again, great thing to think of. I think that in North America we do need to catch up with the rest of the world when it comes to wind power. You'll see the coasts of many other countries littered with these, but when you say smaller and more affordable, will a smaller wind turbine still give out the same amount of power as the larger ones, or will we need more because they're smaller?
It will give off a little bit less than a regular wind turbine just because it's not as big, so it can't catch as much wind coming in. But if you get more inside of your yard, then it can cook just as much as a big one.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm glad to see that in your research you found that there were some critics of wind power, and you addressed those because that was one of my questions. Another criticism of wind power is the noise level that they create. Do you have any ideas how you would address that?
With the smaller ones, they won't be collecting as much noise as the bigger ones do because it has less items to be shifting around and making the noise. So with smaller, it'll be much less loud.
Well done. Now, and one more question. What was your percent that you wanted to buy into?
35%.
And then what was the?
350,000.
Okay.
You have that kind of money, Mr. Palmer?
No, I just checked.
Do you want to make an offer?
Okay, well done. Necessarily have some technology in the background that will keep us behind, but nonetheless, all right. Let's give it up for Stephanie, Piper, and Tori.
Our names are Tori, Piper, and Steph, and we are from Grand Prairie, Alberta. The product that we are going to present to you today is the thermal hand mixer. Our company started up in 2009 with our idea to save energy and bring thermal into the world. We are asking for $30,000 for 40% of the company.
We created this product because I was in my kitchen one day and was baking cookies. I thought that there had to be a better way to save energy while baking, and that's the reason why we came up with the thermal hand mixer.
How do we make money off this, you ask? Well, let us tell you. Our product is made by Peavy Mart, Costco, and Sears within the first 2 years of business. We currently are trying to get into Target and Walmart. Walmart is very interested, and we're going to need your help getting there.
The way our product works is by simply using the heat of your hand to power the whisks on the mixer. Our product is going to be revolutionary because of how much energy we will be saving.
The average hand mixer takes about 214 watts of electricity to power, but with the thermal hand mixer, we will be cutting those watts in half, which means saving money and electricity.
We feel the world would benefit with our product by keeping the world green and bringing thermal in our daily lives. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed the presentation.
This, the mixer itself generates energy. I'm missing something here.
So the heat of your hand.
Or your hand powers the mixer.
Yeah, the heat of your hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it adaptable to other appliances or anything like that, or just this mixer?
Just the mixing.
Just
So
the
far.
I think with further technologies, once we get our product a little more popular, I think we will have a better chance of getting our product being used in other kitchen utensils.
I like that answer, and that was my first mindset was why just a mixer, which isn't a fault of the presentation. It's good. It just made me think, oh, what other things in the kitchen do I hang on to that could be like that? I loved your Dragon's Den kind of presentation. Well done. I see you worked at that. But if I could just give you any advice at all, when we're trying to do presentations on ecology and that kind of thing, a paper copy is just a little bit ironic. So just try and keep that in mind next time as you're trying to tell me to save the environment.
Okay, so my question is, heat energy is powering your device, right? And then you're transforming heat energy into mechanical energy, is that correct? What is the device that's doing that? How do you propose that's going to do that? Are you going from thermal energy, converting it to electrical energy, and then running electrical motors to make the mechanical energy?
Well, so our product, we're using like the heat of your hands, and
it's powering all the different motors on the inside of the device, and that will make the whisks on the mixers spin.
So you're going directly from thermal energy into mechanical energy. Good.
Something else? Thank you, girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. I now present James and Doran. Thank you very much.
Hi Celtics, my name's James.
And I'm Doran.
And we're here today to tell you about a technology that can change our outlook on renewable energy. They're called solar roadways. We want to help replace all the asphalt roads and parking lots with smaller solar panels. They collect and produce electricity for the world. There are also many other features we will tell you about.
The effects on the economy. With the use of solar roadways, we would create so many more jobs for citizens through maintenance, assembly, and production, as well as producing an abundance of clean energy. Based on their prototype, they estimate that if all roadways in America were covered with solar roadways, we would produce 3 times the electricity that we use today.
The features. Solar roadways are going to have special systems that use for their produced energy to keep from the surface a few degrees above freezing, so you can say goodbye to winter driving. Also, all the panels are pressure sensitive to warn drivers of obstructions and animals that can cause accidents. The power boxes underneath the roads can house our power lines, protecting them from bad weather and tall machinery.
And our prototype, they just released a prototype phase 2. And they released it, and it is a parking lot, and it is fully equipped with the solar cells, heating elements, LED lights, and their textured glass surface. The surface has successfully gone through load testing, impact testing, resistance testing, and traction testing. The numbers. In all of America, sadly the math hasn't been done for Canada yet, there is 31,250.86 square miles of surface for them to work with in the development. They are currently using E18 series panels that are 18.5% efficient. If we only get 4 hours of peak sunlight per day, that's equal to about 1,460 hours per year. Through their math, if the whole country is covered with solar roadways, we would produce over 14.995 billion kilowatts. So 14.95 billion kilowatts times 1,460 hours equals 21,827 billion kilowatt hours of electricity. Impressive, huh? And that's not even counting the extra sunlight past 4 hours.
Why they're so cool. When all the roadways are built, they will have LED lights built into, LED lights built in. We will have no longer have boring black and gray walkways and highways. And when we want to change the road lines, we just have to change the road lines, we just have to reprogram the panels. Think of how safe night driving would be without a glowing road. LED lights also last for as long as 50,000 hours. It's going to be like a whole new world out there.
We finally have the technology to make a difference. So let's start changing the world, one roadway at a time. Thank you for watching our presentation.
Fantastic idea. What's the cost?
It'll be they say it's $2 billion probably to cover all of America, but we want to slowly build up and start putting them little by little so we keep getting money back from them.
Okay, you drive down the streets of Grand Prairie and there's all kinds of potholes and things like that. The cities can't afford to put even plain asphalt. How are they going to afford to put your product on?
We're hoping that with donations that we can get a product up and running like this.
Very good.
Great presentation. I just want to give kudos to the first group too for coming so well dressed, shirts and ties. It looks great, guys. I guess my question is, and maybe I'm assuming you start in cities as opposed to highways.
Yes.
But here in Grand Prairie, we still do have some really, really big trucks coming through. I guess I'm just wondering about weight and large
They've
large weight.
In the testing, they've done the impact resistance testing, and they've measured it up to very high. There's
They had like a
Tractors.
cement truck or something on it.
cement
too.
truck and tractors that have been able to ride over them.
Okay, I love the idea, and I love the idea of what are we gonna do with all that money we're gonna save? Maybe we would just roll it over and start some prototype cities
Yeah.
on doing that. Great idea, I love it. Looks like a Arnold Schwarzenegger futuristic film there on your one picture. Love it.
Yeah, I really like the idea too. Question, could you foresee that as your technology was used by cities and companies in electrical car technology developed, that the car could actually access the power being generated? Do you foresee that in the future too?
Possibly.
I think over time they can collect the energy.
Cool.
And then put it towards. Question?
Okay, so there's LED lights in the solar panels, right?
Yeah.
So what happens when they blow up?
When they blow out, well, that'll create jobs for people through maintenance of the panels to make sure that they're all in check, and the glass can come off so they can easily maintenance them.
Perfect, thank you very much. So next, Sophia, Holly, and Maddie. Okay, without any further ado, take it away, ladies.
Our product is solar or wind-powered streetlights.
Do you think we need a change in our community? We have designed an eco-friendly streetlight that powers itself through wind. Its structure consists of 4 shafts, an incandescent light bulb, using the streetlight's base structure.
We have made this product with all eco-friendly materials. We decided on a synthetic rubber insulator, but with also natural rubber that covers with copper wire. We chose these products because they are efficient and do the job great.
How it works is the wind comes into the shafts and produces mechanical energy. Then it transfers it through the wires, making it electrical energy that is connected to light, which is finally radiant energy.
We chose an incandescent light bulb because this bulb creates heat, which helps it not to freeze in the midst of winter or when there's freezing rain. Also, if there's not enough wind on a certain day, the bulb just powers itself through normal energy, not alternating.
This product is useful for Grand Prairie because it's generally windy most of the time. This means this design would work here great because it would use the wind more than normal energy. We surveyed Ms. Lox's science class about the alternative energies we should use for our next product, and 10 people out of 20 voted for solar. We have also considered climate for where our products will be implemented next.
We think this product is an improvement because it's making its own electricity by using the energy generator. It also helps because it does not get its energy from polluting the air or water.
We're saving the world one light at a time.
Thank you. Questions?
This, does it have the capability to store the energy? Because I know during the day it's usually windy and at night it's usually calm when you need the lights. Is it going to store the energy? And
Yeah, we've thought about it, and I don't know, we've kind of like argued about it, and I don't know, I think it should.
store the energy in a battery or something?
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really smart and good choice for Grand Prairie. She didn't pick something that wasn't viable here due to the wind, but I thought along the same lines as the storing. Even in the winter, in December, we hardly get any sunlight. So I switched my question over, and I'm apologizing because it's kind of a rough one, but I'll word it in a different way. Have you given any thought to cost or time when it comes to converting all our streetlights? If you went to City Hall and proposed this, that's what they would say. What's this going to cost us to get where you want us to be? Have you
I
think
think
about
like
that?
6,000 per light, but then we're just gonna do like slowly, like down the city,
Okay,
one day at a time.
okay, so just start slowly in a small core and go, so you'd have a time frame, a 5-year or 10-year goal, is that, okay, thanks.
I don't really have a question, just when you said incandescent, as most of us all know, it's probably one of the most inefficient lighting sources we have. And then when you said to use it for heat, so that keep the, I was impressed by that. I missed that. I didn't even think of that. So well done on that point. That's all I have to say.
Dr. Green, please come to the sitting with the high school students. You can take off for the last presentation.
for awesome behavior today.
I will remind you that like any studio audience, we require that you put your phones away in your pockets. Any electronic devices are not permitted inside the cave, all right? Except if you are a judge, okay? All right, but for those of you just arriving in our audience, we'd appreciate that, and thank you for your cooperation. This building, without any further ado, here is Justina and Madison.
Hello, Celtics. We are here to ask for $150,000 for 35% of our company. And my name is Madison Huckabone.
And my name is Justina Ebenezer. And we are here to introduce our product to you, and it's called the Nintendo Fan Eye.
The Nintendo Fan Eye is a fan that replaces the use of fossil fuels from chargers and outlets and replaces it with wind energy.
Yes, it's the Nintendo Fan Eye. It takes wind from either outside or by a breath. It puts the wind into the turbines. These turbines then convert the wind into energy, allowing the Nintendo Fan Eye to charge your DS.
We would now like to show you a skit we prepared.
Oh man, my DS does that again. I guess I have to go charge it again.
Stop! For I, the Wind Master, am here to tell you how you can be too hot to handle.
How?
It's simple, by using my brand new product called the Nintendo Fan Eye.
Whoa, what does it do?
Well, when your DS dies, forget about those silly chargers and outlets, and instead use the Nintendo Fan Eye. All you need to do is make sure wind is powering the fan by either using natural wind from outside or by your breath.
Why can't I just use the outlet?
Good question. By using the Nintendo Fan Eye, you are simply saving energy. Because did you know that it's estimated that in 134 years, all of Canada's fossil fuels will be used up? So we quickly need to make a change before all the fossil fuels are gone. Besides, who doesn't love fans? They're so cool.
Okay, I guess so. But that blue color is really ugly. So what are the colors you like?
Well, that's not a problem for the Wind Master and the Nintendo Fan Eye. Because the Nintendo Fan Eye comes in all sorts of colors. Red, yellow, green, blue, orange, black, pink, and even purple.
Awesome! I really want one now.
Yeah, because we all want to be too hot to handle. Okay, so here are 10 reasons why you need the Nintendo Fan Eye. So, number 1, it saves energy and fossil fuels.
Number 2, it charges your DS.
Number 3, the Nintendo Fan Eye will keep you cool.
It comes in 8 different colors.
Number 5, it's easy to use. You just plug it into your DS and make sure that wind is powering the fan.
Our Nintendo Fan Eye is small for your convenience.
number 7, with this Nintendo Fan Eye, all your worries about chargers, being broke, and being so expensive will disappear.
And it's time for you to upgrade your standard of living because you really deserve it.
Number 9, say goodbye to buying chargers and hello to our durable built product.
And finally, it is environment friendly. No animals were armed in the making of this product.
Because we're too hot to handle. And to finish off, we have a media advertisement. So this idea came to us when I was at Justina's house and we were playing our Nintendo DSIs. And both of them died with a couple minutes in between, but still both of them died. And it was really surprising how much trouble we had finding an outlet that didn't have something already plugged into it. So we would have to unplug something, plug it into another one, and move stuff around for both of us to charge our DSs at the same time to play with each other, beside each other. So that's why we thought of the Nintendo Fan Eye, because that way we could each have one. We wouldn't have to worry about chargers being broke because the ends always snap, because this is a very durable built product. You just plug it into your DS and we can sit outside, which encourages kids to get outside more while still using their Nintendo DSi. Okay, so here's our media advertisement.
Wanna know? I've been too hot to handle.
Hey you! No, not you. You! How many times has this happened to you?
Oh shoot, my DS just died. Now we have to charge it in the outlet again.
Imagine a world where there was no more of those expensive chargers that only break in weeks to come. Why? Because you would have the Nintendo Fan Eye. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does it do? How does it work? Well, it's simple. All you do is take your Nintendo DSi and the cable and plug it in. Then you play away while the Nintendo Fan Eye charges your DS. The Nintendo Fan Eye charges your DS by the wind outside or by your breath. Isn't it simple?
Aw, I want one too. Whoa! Wow, it actually works, and it's cooling me down too. Awesome!
Hey, let's find out if random people like our product. Come on. Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, hello.
Can we ask you a couple questions on camera?
Sure.
Okay, how many times have you been playing your DS and it died, so you had to use a charger to plug it in an outlet?
100 times too many.
Well, what if I told you that I had a solution for you?
Okay, I would love that.
Well, this is my new product called the Nintendo Fan Eye. What you do is you plug it into your DSi and then you play, while this gets air from outside or by your breath and it charges your DS.
Okay, but that sounds really cool, but that blue color is ugly. So what are the colors you have?
Well, that's okay because the Nintendo Fan Eye comes in all sorts of colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, black, purple, and even pink.
Okay, that sounds pretty reasonable. So where can I get it from?
Well, we don't have it in any stores now. We're working on it, but so far you can call 780-357-8852. You heard it right, folks. That's 780-357-8852 or 780-357-FAN-I to get this wonderful product, the Nintendo Fan Eye. It comes in all sorts of different colors and it's great for all ages. It's a great Christmas gift or a birthday gift. So call now and in the next 10 minutes we'll throw in another Nintendo Fan Eye for any color of your choice. So call now, because we can't do this all day, at 780-357-FAN-I to get the Nintendo Fan Eye.
Because we all want to be too hot to handle.
I'll start. So somebody's been watching late night TV. Thank you for your presentation. That was fantastic. Both presentations actually were great. But my question is, I can easily carry a charger in this bag and carry it around. Is that the size that you had in mind? Because that's a little bit bulky for girls, and this purse isn't even small. Can you help me with that?
We're still working on making the sizes really small and convenient for consumers. So maybe like in the next few months we can make another size that's better for your choices.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Great marketing, great presentation. But I'm a money man. How much is that going to cost to build, and how much are you going to sell it for?
So without the special offer, it would be $9.99. But with the special offer that you saw there, it would be $8.75 for 2 Nintendo fans.
Mike, awesome pitch, really well done. Do you foresee having this technology available for iPads and other things? Or are you just going to strictly focus on one small part of the market?
Yeah, we'd love to get into iPhones and computers and bigger stuff like that. But so far we only have the money to make that kind of USB, and so it would cost more, so that's why we need the money, to make the different kinds of sizes and chargers. And just one more thing, by $9.99 and $9.75, I meant like $9.75. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for being here and for watching our many awesome contestants today pitch their ideas to our panel at the front. And speaking of the panel, it's got to be quite a tough decision to come down today and figure out where everybody stands, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to give them 5 minutes to deliberate, all right? Come to a decision, all right? And then we'll see how everybody did today. All right, so during that time, we offer you a chance to kind of chat amongst yourselves, all right? But please, stay where you are. Do not get up and float around, all right? We would like you glued to your seats. Thank you.
Power chargers. Stay there for like an hour.
Excellent job. First, let's give a round of applause for everybody who participated. Second, let's get a round of applause for our panel of judges who took time out of their busy days to come today. The votes are tallied. The results are in. I always wanted to be Seacrest for however, in third place, all right, a really good job. The judges decided that this group did an excellent job of presenting. Please welcome to the front the group that did solar freaking phones. Okay, we'll get one. We have a tie for spot number 2. The suspense continues. Please, first, solar roadways. And coming up to the front with them are the group that did wind-powered turbines.
Yes, I called it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, the judges also thought that there was a group that just was very creative. All right, that they wanted to hear more. All right, but unfortunately, time was of the essence. Okay, but we would like to acknowledge the group that did chicken feathered vehicles. All right, and finally, the group, all right, that the judges felt they really wanted to invest in their product today, if they had millions of dollars, and you actually convinced me to go out. I don't even have a DI, all right? But I'm going to go out and buy one now, just so I can buy your fan in the future. Please come up for the Nintendo fan. Yes, I guess they're called.
Good job.
Okay, thank you, grade 9s who participated.